Before we start the video, don't forget to like it, share and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all that is new from us. The series begins in planet Marana 1 and we will be in an institutional area affiliated with Prima Company. You can say that this company controls the world with its planets. It's all different. The important thing is that we see a person like this named Cassian enters this area alone in this case. We see many people in very different shapes. It's normal. I mean, there are a lot of people here from planets, different and living very normally together in general. He meets a couple of a girl working in Henna and asks her if she knew a girl who was working here from Planet Canary, and they know that this girl is his sister and he is looking for it has been on for a very long time. So you know if there is a working girl here is actually from the Planet Canary. But I walked a few months ago. Of course it frustrates a fracture because it is going on his sister for a long time. The important thing is that he gets out of his tunes, but while he was walking, he was stopped by two police officers, Prima, and they know that he is strange and does not work in the company means he can't be here. He must pay his fine. And what will be preserved is not. He gives them a chance and quickly hits them. He killed them both. But then he killed them. He will be shocked by the stupid disaster he is in. She did this and I know that it will definitely not happen to me. It is good that literally in moments two officers were killed, followers of the greatest in the entire universe. And they are on. He always runs away, takes a plane and walks away. The place is completely empty. The next day we will be in the sector free trade in Cox and we see a person who so many little ones wrap around the place, and in the end Alali goes home and becomes an assistant. The important thing is that he tries to wake up his cup, but he wakes it up. He keeps calling him by his name a lot, so that's why he sees such a simple dream in which he and his little sister appear in the past. They were on their planet Canary. Talking at the main security headquarters of the Prima sees his security inspector and deputy. The representative knows that there are two officers named. They were killed yesterday and no one knows how to kill him. Who killed him? So he annoys an inspector a biography of anyone who invents any story that proves that they died in an accident. He is currently going to be interrogated. The regional leadership is looking for him and he doesn't want to any extra shower. Casa goes to one of his friends named Pixet. Was her job, and we understood from their words that there was something between them. I mean, it was a lot of work a long time ago, and I also mean, we understand they somehow loved each other for a long time. The important thing is he asks her for a cup to take to his friend who is buying the goods are always evaded because he currently has a S9 Starbase unit. This one is untraceable. My friend, I mean, we will understand exactly what it is very well in front of you in general. He will be asked to wear a pixie on this unit. What does it mean that her boyfriend will sell it? But he refuses because this way you will save a little money, which means he needs all the money because he wants to escape for a long time because it caused a problem. Ask him what he did to escape. But he refuses to tell her and asks from her. As soon as she reaches her friend, we agree that she agrees with him today. At a time when they will meet, he thanks her and walks, and on his way he meets his friend for a long time. I have been engaged to Pix, by the way, so he talks to him and he is upset or jealous in other words. Casa comes to visit, and they know Cass. I mean, he was coming here, but for work, nothing more. He leaves him and walks away. After a while, Pix comes out of work so she can go and communicate with her friend. He goes out after her to find out where she is going, but she runs away from him and goes to meet one of her friends. You ask him and use a filter for network debt. I mean, something like a phone so you can get rid of it. She contacts her boyfriend and he agrees and knows where she is. Candidate, she uses it and actually communicates with its owner and agrees with her. As for a cup, it goes to a place where they make it Prima planes. Go to a plane so he installs the ID SIM card record in it and comes after that. He has his friend in Bigla, and we know that Bigla he works here anyway and his cup was taken from him before this record is to hide the hobby of the plane who was flying with her and no one was following her. They know that he has now installed the record, but he will need it again tomorrow. But her man refuses because it will cause him a very big problem at work. So he will get upset at Cup because this is an escape plan that will be ruined because it was. He intends to sell the unit he has. After he sells it, he uses the log. It hides his plane identity and escapes, but in general, the situation is currently getting worse. He leaves his quackery and walks away, and the player comes back again, the inspector, and we see that he did not adhere to the inspector's words. He is currently looking into the case of the death of officers. He was one of those who worked with him to pick up a plane with no data was flying yesterday in planet Molina 1, and they can only know that she was coming from the planet Canary. And we know that Of course, this is a broken plane. The important thing is that the team goes all security and they know that from this moment on. Their main concern from now on is to deliver for this plane. They pass by and start working immediately. So everyone starts working and we still don't know if they will be able to. They arrive from work. But before you walk, you see something on her computer bothers her and asks her about yes. But she hides it from him, leaves him, and walks away. To sit on the device and sees that security they are looking for a person from the planet Canary who is alive and accused by killing 2 officers. He compares the use of this to the fact that he hates him. As we said, he decided to use it against his Cup, the only one from the planet Canary who lives with Felix. He knows him in general. He goes to the Cup and the one who he returns home and meets his mother, Marfa Alali, which means now we know that his name is B. And you become fanatical about him, and you know that security they are looking for a person from Canary who lives in Varix, and you know that they are definitely looking for them, and you ask who knew that he was from Canary. They are not supposed to say that they are from a planet Canary, and this is because the planet Canary happened in front of everyone in the destruction of mines because of the Prima company, Matt and all his family, but they were able to escape, and he followed them so that no one knows that they are from the planet Canary. But he won't tell her who knows he's from Canary. He asks about it, but if Pix asked about it, he told him that she had actually called and asked about him. You want to meet him in war. So he really doesn't lie. A cup of news, and he goes to his tunes and the ones that are always there. You know that security is looking for him, and you ask him what he does. What exactly? He knows that he killed 2 policemen, so you get angry at him, and you know that security is not like that. They will remain silent until they reach him. You will know that the buyer is coming tomorrow and will buy the unit from him. Then he takes the money and runs away from security, and it disappears completely. He was also nearby and saw them together. Of course, Aldec decided that he would take revenge on this way. It goes to a communication device and is sent a message to the security forces, informing them that someone is alive currently from the planet Canary. His name is definitely the one he is looking for. This message, my friend, to deliver it with a deputy and without a strong security officer named Linus and his wife. He gathers a very strong team so they can go and get arrested on his Cup because he is definitely the killer. So he agrees. He immediately gathers his team and the representative goes out with them. By plane, there is a big mission to reach either in a city. The Cup goes to one of its owners named Zan. He is offered 700 jobs in exchange for him disposing of them in his plane secretly and escapes tomorrow from, and they agree on this. And at this moment they leave her Cup and they go to an old abandoned plane and he takes it, including the unit because they are hidden there. Meaning he kept waiting for the buyer to meet him accordingly. I agree with him now. And he is sitting like this starting. He remembers the memories of the past again, and we see in one day he goes out with a group from a constellation because they are looking for the plane that I told you in the dream. His first dream is that they saw her. He came to their planet and he was delivering this with the rest of the group to the plane's location. The leader of this group comes down to examine the plane and see who is in it and so on. But unfortunately, there is one of the soldiers who on the plane. His weapon still hasn't died and he's being hit. This leader is starting a Cup and the rest they hit this man with arrows until they kill him. We see that his Cup is very sad and we know that it is from this moment is an institutional hatred, or rather Prima Empire, because, my friend, the plane this was originally followed by Prima and they were at the time. They are still coming to the planet Canary to occupy it in general. We see after the rest of the group took a body his leader and they left. Kazbast is the one who stayed and entered this plane or ship and he kept destroying its sadness for the leader now. This happened by chance once a friend named Callum arrived and told me it is on the same plane, and we know that at this time Marva and Clem had a wife together and they were stealing ships and planes. Like this are important. By chance they got into the plane to steal it, and the view was in front of them. He was like a child and they tried to talk to him, but at that time Casa was speaking in the language of the people of Planet Canary, which, by the way, was incomprehensible absolutely for Marfa. But despite that, Marvel Channel is now with her because if they arrived, Lou would kill him, and indeed, I immediately hit Kassab and injected him like this. From that moment on, Casa was raised with her as if he were her son. Oh, my friend Marva is not actually his mother, but it means that we will return from a trip in general, the past to the present, and we see the Cup that he goes to a place where the buyer waits for him according to Bex. But the problem is bigger at the same time. Security is at their head, Deputy Fediox, and they go to the house all the time, Marva and she and me, and really none of them say anything. But at the same time, Casa communicates with Bay, and the representative hears him. The rest of the soldiers can also determine his location, so they move on him at this moment. One of them pixel owners see what happened and go away for fix, and he knows her. So of course he has a Cup and you decide to go and guess it. But at this time it comes he finished and told her not to go like that. This is a Cup that he will be able to escape from. You think of Pixo and tell him where you even knew from security is coming to Casa. So you are the one who I reported it, of course, because the team my friend, is whoever actually reported him cannot defend himself. She is angry with him and goes out looking for such and such. But in silence, the soldiers see her, stop her, and ask her about Casa. She gets nervous and tries to escape from them, so they complain there is more and they detain her. Then it passes this places by chance and I see that they are her detainees. He gets angry and tries to go and free her, but the inventory is not. They call him and beat him with a bullet that kills him when you see Pixel. You feel very sad about him. He died because she really loved him in general. We leave it and go to earn what comes to it. To the buyer and he sees the unit he has. And we know they said that this unit was stolen from a ship. Follow Primorge and not everyone knows how to steal something like this. So the buyer asks for its cup if he is the one who stole this unit himself. So he confirms his cup as he said at the time. My buyer was very impressed and immediately he knew that. He knew everything about him. Even he knows that he killed officers and fugitives. And he knows that he is not. He came to deliver it or something. Or even come to buy from him. The two units are coming to recruit him to work together they can destroy because they were wronged. Of course not. He is convinced by these words and is released the subscriber. But at the same time they arrive and are soldiers to the place. And a big battle takes place between them and Pix and the buyer help the buyer and get rid on how many soldiers and they flee the place in their silence. They find the representative. So they fix his cup. They ask how many people are coming today because they arrest him and find out how many representatives there are and where they are, where he thinks a little and finds a plan like this. It was nice that came to his mind to escape. And after a while we will see my friend. An Arab woman is walking in front of the rest. The soldiers run away and think that there is a cup in it. It means they beat her until they turn her over at this moment. They have no mercy and are suddenly happy. They find a prophet and a buyer runs away at the motorcycle and boom, blow up the car. They were already farmers with explosives after okay. The cup and whoever has his knowledge will go to them. Now for Jupiter's spaceship, the buyer moves with it and his cup to start. Their journey to destroy Premor is generally moving. The ship has a good period of time, after which it will be fixed. Jupiter means it moves on its own to a planet. Aldani goes to talk to such and they know. He will now take me to my planet and there he will be in an entire team. His role and that team will work with him. They steal the salary that goes to an entire sector from Uncle just like he told you so. The buyer knows that his cup will benefit her and is necessary. It must be included in this process. And he also knows that he doesn't know anything about her cup and asks her for it. I hope you don't know anything or any information about him with the buyer and the one who goes to a store like this sells jewelry and we know that this store already remains. It belongs to him and there she comes to him under the pretext that she is coming. She buys a gift for her husband, but leaves the driver. She sells it in the store and goes with a buyer to a place. They talk about it and then we know that the buyer states his name is Waggle Marmal on his mission. Casa the rest is completely behind everyone's back and no one knows anything. Something about his job is that you already work with the government of course. What she is doing is if anyone knows he will upset her. So she is hiding the matter even from him. Her equality is important. He knows that they need it now. There is a lot of financial support. For what is important is that you succeed. She agrees with him and knows that she will provide for him. This support is very close and you leave it and walk on it the other way. They are on their way now for the rest of the team that will carry out this mission. With them he takes advantage, breaks the opportunity, and asks her who he is. This is exactly the buyer, but she refuses to tell him. They know that no one knows about the rest of the team. The buyer does not have to know at all. So it remains that he doesn't know anyone and then they continue on their way about the nature of the place here on the planet. You know that the planet is a storehouse for the entire empire. It contains their weapons, money, etc., 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 a large warehouse full of everything, and that's why from here, salaries are equal. And you also know that there are a full security battalion guards the planet here. I am fanatical about his cup because that is a very great danger to them and I knew him, yes. But they have to complete the mission in general and arrive for the rest of the team. You will get to know them and they will be food finally. The important doctor is that everyone gets to know a cup, but they are not comfortable with it in particular. He joins this mission at the end of it and before implementation is basically a simple thing. But at home you know that it will benefit them very well from the beginning. You ask everyone not to open. This is another topic. And those who remain silent and respect her opinion after a while continue to reach the place where Jules was injured. You know the cup on it, and you also know the cup that John is an officer in the battalion that protects this planet, but he will support them in this mission, after which they will remain. The whole plan was from beginning to end, but it was going to be, I think, this mission is impossible, especially since they steal money. How will they escape from the battalion with old-fashioned planes? And very slow for sure. Of course he will be able to reach them, but everyone knows that the day he steals it will be a special day, because on this day the sky of an entire planet Earth, it is decorated with meteors and all the people of the planet even though they leave their home when the Empire they took over the planet. But they come in today, they celebrate here with the shop, because what does it mean that they have this number of holidays? All of these people will be a very special curtain for them. They know how to escape from here without anyone. He sees them convinced by what they say and knows them from him. Okay, he will complete the important thing with them. In general, we will leave them alone. They work on the plan at their convenience, and we go to the office security, or more accurately, the headquarters of the Empire. We see there the head of the headquarters, or the head of Prima. It is based on the code of sector heads, different in the galaxy and from it, by the way, and others. And there will be one of the presidents. The sectors are called Miro, and are now talking to the president and asked him to provide financial support. Its soldiers have the right to fight resistance movements. Many different planets, the Empire, but the president is not convinced with her words. He refuses to provide material support to his soldiers. Then he speaks, and he is the head of 6 sectors, including, Fix is talking to the president, and they know in the incident that happened to the 2 policemen who died and the failed chase carried out by Officer Lyons, he plundered the inspector. So the president became angry and said that he punishes him for his words, leaves him, and goes talking about it. Inspector, deputy inspector and officer came in Lyons. He makes fun of them all for what happened and knows them. They are the 3 now from the place. They are all sad and generally fanatical. You go and you know that she now wants information about a piece of the unit that was stolen from Empire. Means unity. My friend, the one who stole her cup, by the way, was a follower at sector and currently exists in the sector. Naturally, I want information about the pieces. But it will be he is very malicious and feels that Miro wants this information is because she wants to increase her validity. As for the sectors, he refuses to give them anything. Demira said that she was complaining to the president, and indeed after a while, the president meets. They know what happened completely and follow you. The president is in favor of Pleven, and Miro knows that she is not. You can get information about sectors that do not belong to it. Miro is flirting, but of course she can't object on the decision at the same time. But in a place again we see the deputy inspector, and we know that his name is Serial. He is currently sitting with his mother. He didn't lose his job, and of course he knows his mother or what happened. You upset him, meaning you give birth to a calling uncle. Because he holds a high position in the Empire, he can return to work, or at least see he has a good job, even though he doesn't want to help from someone because he accepts so as not to lose everything, a general thing. The next day he slept, but he didn't. He finds no bag, no weapons, no anything around him, something, so he goes crazy and goes out looking for them until he finds them miserable. So he retires a knife from taking them. They only know that he was examining them upon request. I still don't trust him. A situation after which he goes and sits with Philo and me. They make small machines for the shape of the boat. Who will have the money? And they start asking a cup of information about her, since he knows he drives all spacecraft. As he says, they have all the information he has that will be bigger, my friend, than their personal information. They are very impressed. But this topic knows Casa. They don't know anything. It's possible to well plan for the task they don't have. Sufficient information makes them know that from the moment this is the time to steal, he will be the leader, so that they ruin the world and then agree to his words. Casa, Tarman and Sakina start training like this. The soldiers walk on his path because when they go they steal money and make themselves soldiers. The Empire, and they came to transfer the money while they were training. They suddenly found a plane without a security pilot came to them, and they hid weapons quickly. Thank God you don't pick them up. The cameras are armed and walking normally. From one place and return to the battalion headquarters, we see Officer John standing with his friend's officer. So his name is Kenzie, and we know from their words that the period next, they will demolish a place like this on a planet here because they build an airbase on it, based on orders the Empire, and of course they are afraid of the people, the planet, because this place is supposed to be, they will care about it as an archaeological site for the people of the planet. But his friend's neighbor knows that this is the case with the family, the planet that still lives on the planet here, very few, meaning they will not pose any threat. Finally, on the other hand, it is her and the assistant we are working on files for many issues. They notice that random processes are what happening. She has time to steal equipment from the Empire, like the unit that had a cup, and it was Miro. I suspect that these operations already serve one party. You try to control the largest amount of equipment because they fight the Empire. So Miro decides, and her assistant is that they are embarrassed by their work to some extent. They know who this piece is being stolen for in general. On the other hand, her cup moves with Philo the rest to carry out the mission, and on the road, you prefer to ask a cup about a plan to make sure. He memorized it well by answering all her questions. Then he asks her about the officer, whether he is his guardian at all. He helps them, and he is supposed to be an officer with a respectable rank in the Empire. He lived a comfortable life, and I knew him. My daughter's love is from the indigenous people here, and because of that, he was only promoted in the Empire. But this is not the problem. The problem is that after a while all this talk This girl herself was killed, the soldiers supported, and because of this, the whole empire hated it. He helps them all because he knows that it is an injustice. They all continue on their way to something they camp in. This place is my friend and there is housing in this place, he proves this and takes off the chain he took from if you think and know everyone's residence. He saw Casa wears this series more than once. This series costs 300,000 coins, so it will be the one wearing it. Proves that of course, it is an empire, he is a spy on them. But his cup puts an end to all of this. He tells them that he takes money to implement it. This process is with them. Unlike all of them who do it because we believe in the cause. But nothing matters. I don't believe that anything will change at all. This way he will only get a fee for this operation and a series. This is to guarantee his rights. Of course everyone is shocked because they didn't know. But at home he tells them that she did not agree. Meaning she tells them so. Don't weaken their resolve and focus on the important thing at that time is that everyone is on video and I know where they are, they will continue as well. It is important and normal and it makes no difference to them that one of them is a mercenary who takes money. Anyway, it means that they do not cause them any harm that he promises them, Cass. He will not cause any harm to anyone. He takes the chain from a knife and they continue on his way. Until they reach close to the battalion and there he catches fire from his work. So John sees it. This means that the mission will start and then they did not light a fire like this. Villas are placed because they are, and her year he was supposed to go somewhere else because they helped them with the important thing. So they ask her where she will go. You know that this is not his job and you know that now he is the leader and he must listen to what is said while he is upset and he leaves them. As for the string cup tomorrow morning, this is what we will see in a summary. The next part is the last thing we will see in this part is sitting. With his assistant he talks to him and we know from what they say that Lotion is afraid. The important thing is that you fail and the empire can reach it, but help is a gift and you know what it means. There is no one but an elephant with whom she has any connection. Often no one will find out even if they catch her. This connection is safe. He knows that Casa is also related to him. Even if hold on, they will definitely arrive. And so my friend, we understand that his cup has something to do with it. But it is clear that his cup he himself does not know the nature of this relationship. But in summary, here is the summary. And I know that there are many questions you haven't answered it yet. But my friend, we will know all the secrets are in the summary of the next part. But that's it.